Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're tackling a topic today that you guys have been asking about big time. Like, how do we get that wealthy mindset? What's the secret sauce?
It's wild, right? How much our beliefs actually show up in our bank accounts. And we're not even talking investments here, just like the psychology of attracting wealth.
Right. Like manifest destiny, but for your bank balance. We're breaking down this podcast episode, and it's got some juicy stuff. One study they talked about people who get this practice gratitude saw their income go up over 2 years.
No way! Seriously.
Just from being thankful.
Mindset is powerful stuff. Like I said, it's the whole operating system running your financial life, you know? Someone who's walking around thinking money is scarce, they're gonna act way different than someone who's like, abundance is out there.
Totally. They're probably gonna play it super safe, even if it means missing out on the big wins.
Exactly.
Kind of like that whole fixed mindset versus growth mindset thing, right?
100%. When you've got that growth mindset, especially with money, it means you're constantly learning, adapting. You hit a wall. That's just data. It's a chance to tweak your approach, not freak out.
Instead of just giving up at the first sign of trouble.
Right.
So someone with a growth mindset, they're more likely to bounce back from a financial mess up, maybe even learn something from it.
Exactly. You said it. They're not saying, I'm just bad with money. They're like, okay, what just happened here? What can I do differently next time?
Yeah.
That's when understanding these wealthy mindset characteristics gets really interesting. And you know, one of the big ones we see, it's almost like always that abundance mentality.
Not putting any limits on what's possible.
Exactly. Not limitations, possibilities.
Okay, so not like this finite pie where if someone else is winning, you're automatically losing.
Yeah.
I was listening to this entrepreneur. She was on a podcast. She was saying how, like, when she saw other people in her industry killing it, it actually made her more ambitious, not jealous.
Love that.
You know, like a rising tide lifts all boats. Isn't that how the saying goes?
That's it. Abundance mindset in action. And it all kind of ties into this other thing, long-term thinking.
Not falling for those get-rich-quick schemes they're always trying to sell us online.
Tell me about it.
So annoying.
No, it's true. They get it. Real wealth, like the kind that lasts, that takes time. It's those smart choices you make again and again.
Not always glamorous.
Not even a little bit.
Right, you're not going to see it on Instagram.
Exactly.
Okay, but like, I'm not saying you can never treat yourself.
No, of course not.
But maybe skip that $5 latte.
There you go.
And put it towards your investments or something.
Yes. Small choices, huge impact.
Long game.
Speaking of which, this podcast we're talking about, they mentioned this study on delayed gratification. Fascinating stuff. Turns out, the people who could resist that instant reward, they were way more likely to be successful later in life.
Patience. It's a virtue.
Big time.
Especially with your money, right? Okay, so we've got abundance. We've got that long-term vision. What else is in this wealthy mindset cocktail? What's the secret ingredient?
Well, I think some people might be surprised to hear this, but a healthy relationship with failure.
Like you don't completely fall apart when you have a financial setback?
You got it. It's about seeing those setbacks as learning moments, not like you're a failure as a person.
Right, because you had one job interview that went terribly wrong.
Right, exactly.
It's not like your whole financial life is over.
Exactly.
It's just, okay, what happened and how do I do it better next time?
You're a natural at this, I swear.
Stop.
But seriously, you're picking it up so fast. And this actually connects to another big characteristic, never stop learning.
Always upping your money game.
Precisely. Read the books, go to the seminars, even listen to podcasts. Wink, wink.
All the podcasts.
Seriously, a wealthy mindset is always hungry for knowledge, always looking for that edge. And it's not just about making money, you know? It's about understanding how it all works.
Yeah, like making it work for you. It's like that quote, I think it was in one of the articles you sent, something like financial literacy is the key to, unlocking your financial potential.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that one.
It's a little cheesy, but it's true. Like the more you know.
The more power you have.
Exactly. Okay, but we can't forget about goal setting, right?
Yes. Goal setting.
Like having a crystal clear picture of what you want your financial future to look like.
You got it. This is about SMART goals. You know what I'm saying? Specific, measurable, achievable,
Yeah.
relevant, time-bound.
Gotcha.
This isn't just wishing on a star for wealth. It's about creating the roadmap to get you there.
Okay, so we've got all the pieces of this wealthy mindset puzzle laid out, but how do we actually put it together?
Right. Like, how do we go from knowing to actually doing.
Exactly. Is there like a mind hack for financial success?
You know, it's funny you should say mind hack because it really is about rewiring your thinking. But the good news is it doesn't have to be this complicated thing. Honestly, one of the simplest but most powerful things you can do is practice gratitude.
Okay, wait, before you go any further, I know people hear gratitude and they think, okay, that's sweet, but does it really move the needle?
Hear me out, because remember that study we talked about earlier?
The one with the income boost?
Exactly. It's like gratitude isn't just some woo-woo self-help thing. It actually seems to have an impact.
So how do you actually, fold gratitude into your life in a way that actually makes a difference?
Well, I think it starts with shifting your focus. Instead of always looking at what you don't have, what's missing, you start appreciating what's already there.
Flipping the script.
Exactly. And, speaking of shifting your perspective, have you ever tried visualization?
I've heard of it, obviously, but does it really work?
It can be crazy powerful. You basically create this clear mental picture of your financial goals, like really feel what it would be like to achieve them. And it's almost like you're tricking your brain into thinking it's already happened, which somehow makes it more likely to actually happen in real life.
So it's like creating a vision board, but for your money.
Exactly.
I like it. Okay, but I also feel like, and maybe this is just me, but who you surround yourself with has got to make a difference too, right? Like, if everyone around you is stuck in that scarcity mindset,
Oh, 100%.
it's got to be harder to break free.
Energy is contagious. You want to be around people who light you up, who challenge you to grow, who believe in abundance. And that actually reminds me, since we're talking about learning from others, mentorship can be a game changer.
Finding someone who's already done what you want to do.
Exactly. Someone who can guide you, share their own experiences, help you dodge the landmines.
Lessen the learning curve.
Totally. Think of them as your financial Sherpa, guiding you up the mountain of wealth building.
Ooh, I like that analogy. But, okay, let's be real. Even with the best mentor in the world, even with all the right tools, we're human. We're going to stumble.
100%.
What are some of those common, mindset traps we should be on the lookout for?
Ooh, good question. I'd say one of the biggest ones is fear of judgment. We're so worried about what other people are going to think about our financial choices, especially if they're not, the norm.
Oh, yeah. Should you really be starting that side hustle? Or, why are you investing in that?
It's so easy to get caught up in that. But you have to remember, your financial journey is yours. It's personal. What works for someone else might not work for you, and that's okay. Tune out the noise and focus on what feels right for you.
Block out the haters. Okay, what else? What other traps are out there?
Oh, and that imposter syndrome is a sneaky one. That feeling of, I'm not good enough, even when you're killing it.
They're going to find out I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yes, I'm a fraud. Any minute now, they're going to figure me out. It can be so paralyzing. Just remember, everyone makes mistakes. It's all part of the process. And don't be afraid to break down those big, scary goals into smaller, more bite-sized pieces.
Because, when you're staring down the barrel of this huge financial target,
it's overwhelming.
It's like, how am I ever going to get there?
Exactly. And then you do nothing. But if you can break it down into smaller steps, it feels way more manageable. And those small wins,
They add up?
They totally do. Plus, they give you that momentum to keep going.
So I guess, the big takeaway here is it's not just about the money itself, right? It's really about the mindset we bring to our financial lives.
100%. It's like the money is almost secondary. It's the mindset that drives everything.
And the really cool thing is, we have the power to choose that mindset, to create these beliefs and habits that set us up for financial success. So I'm curious, for everyone listening, which of these characteristics really resonated with you? What's one tiny step you can take today, to start shifting your thinking, to start embracing that abundance and growth? Tell us about it in the comments. And remember, building a wealthy mindset, it's a journey, not a destination. So be kind to yourself, celebrate those small wins, and just keep moving forward.
Keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep believing in your potential.
Until next time, keep those minds curious and those goals ambitious. We'll see you on the next Deep Dive.